my car, driving old Route 10, no stopping, no nothing, all the way to the end. Run far to sun, that's where I wanna be. Big head schedule and no one but me. Santa Cruz River used to be big and mean. Not supposed to try to know where to be seen. Well, have some fun, you know that's the goal. And if I get bored, I skip on down to Mexico. Head to Tucson, Arizona, where the skies are so blue. And Spanish people always know your name. Hope that boy so be there's one season all year long. Be the perfect climber to finish up this song.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? That was Andrew Bicey. I'm hearing that echo again in my headphones, so I guess I'm not going to use them. Let's see. I wonder why that happens, and it wasn't happening before on my previous podcast. I'm in the same room. I am using a different computer to record, but it's all the same equipment otherwise. Well, the monitor's different. I was using a large, like a 32-inch TV before. Now I'm using a widescreen monitor. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know if the computer has anything to do with it. But anyway, what up? How's everybody doing? It's Labor Day. I did a Memorial Day episode. I guess I could do a Labor Day episode. I really didn't think of it until just now. But anyway. Today, well, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you are with your families or your friends, or maybe relaxing by yourself, doing something good for yourself. I've been getting all my costumes ready for the freight season. Have a few things to button up, but most of it's together now. I still need to finish up a costume. I'm waiting on a couple pieces from somebody, and then I can finish that up. Let's see. So, I'm just I'm not gonna try to be on here too long. I listened to the last 20-minute episode, and I said probably 10 minutes out of the 20 minutes that I was talking. So I need to work on that. I do plan a little most of the time. When I have guests, I plan more. Like I usually write like a page of questions or topics to talk about, to have like as kind of a guideline. I guess I have so many things on my mind that I go in circles, and I don't know which one to go with first. But there's one. I think that's actually two. So today we'll talk about the comedians that are in town. I've been wanting to do this. And I kept kind of forgetting, and then I wasn't I'm not being consistent very much on the podcast. But what I thought I'd do, since the premise of the podcast is Laughs of Redemption, I figured I would at least give a shout out or promote for free. I mean, until maybe a later time, but different people who are in the Pittsburgh area this weekend or coming up, like shows that will be coming up soon. I'm having a kind of a crappy couple days. I'm going through some women stuff, and I've been dealing with like a headache floating around my head, different places in my head the last few days. So I might not sound upbeat, and I apologize for that. I will try. Let's see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I did a quick Google search, and there are some events on the 8th of September. We're kind of going backwards here. So on the 8th of September, there is Brunch So Funny at City Winery, which is at 1627 Smallman Street in Pittsburgh. Never been to it. I've never really been to many of these. I don't get to go out as much as I would like to be part of the comic scene. I have to work so much that I don't get to do it as much as I would need to and like to, and I run out of energy. So here we are. Let's see. Brunch So Funny with Sean Jones. City Winery. I've been to City Winery to see, who was it? I can't remember his name right now. I mentioned him before because he inspired me. He gave me the confidence to try an open mic because I told him a joke I wrote. And the joke was, which you'll hear me say in my stand-up, if I ever get to do an open mic again, the joke was I'm on dating apps, and dating today is like more like a non-contact sport, kind of like golf, where there's a lot of spectating, very little action, and the only stroke that connects is your own. Let's see. Yeah, Brunch So Funny with Sean Jones. I don't know him, but he's and host 2 Ray on Sun. That's. Let me see. Okay. Now this says that he's gonna be there. Hold on, I lost my spot. I have too many tabs open. Pardon me for a moment. I'm losing my space here. Remember MySpace? That was the first social media that got me in trouble in life. Yeah, it says. Okay, now Brunch So Funny, September 8th, Sunday, 12 to 5, City Winery. Okay, next. What else do we have? Also on September 8th, Pittsburgh Improv Jam with well-known strangers. Sunday, 7:30 to 9 p.m., Arcade Comedy Theater, 943 Liberty Avenue, Pittsburgh, PA. I have been to Arcade Comedy Theater once or twice. I think it was just once to see somebody I know do their variety act. And there, on September 7th, there is another one at Arcade Comedy Theater called The Small Show at 6 p.m. Let's see what that one's about. I click on these events, and then it doesn't Let me see. Then it doesn't take me directly. The Porch Party. Saturday, September 7th at 6 p.m. Arcade Comedy Theater. Tickets are $15 to $10 for student. $15, $10 for students. BYOB is $5. So if you want to bring your own bear, you have to pay $5. $5, you get to bring a whole bear into the Arcade Comedy Theater in downtown Pittsburgh. Let's see. It's an informal and intimate evening of song, laughter, and real human connection for all ages. So, all you 3-month-olds, you get out there and have a good time. Let me see. This is funny. Here we go. At 8 p.m., Iron City, Am I the Jagoff? That looks like fun. I wish I could go to these. I will be scare acting at an event. It's an awards event. I'll be scare acting that night. And my friend Andrew Bicey, speaking of other events, this is not comedy related, but music related. Excuse me. Andrew Bicey will be at the Westmoreland City Polish Club on Saturday, September 7th. It is a private club, but if you knock on the door, say you're there to see the band, they will have you sign a book, and you can check him out. And he's also going to be at, I think it's called, Donnie's at Core. Presents Andrew Bicey Wednesday, September 4th, 6:30 to 8:30. That's a ladies' night. That is in Irwin, PA, 100 Colony Drive, Irwin, PA. It's a 2-hour. He'll be playing for 2 hours, and he's just an awesome singer and a good guy. Okay, so that's where Andrew will be this next few days here. Back to where we were. Maybe I should go through them just a little bit quicker. So at 9 p.m., so 8 p.m.'s Iron City, Am I the Jagoff? Improv comedy night. Join veteran comedy troupe Iron City as they deftly navigate social missteps on the first Saturday each month. You've been there, acted out a wedding when okay. All right, so then 9 p.m., Level Up Stand Up, Arcade Comedy Theater. Arcade Comedy Theater's popular stand-up comedy showcase, Level Up Stand Up, is back. Each month, see a new lineup of some of Pittsburgh's best comics alongside up-and-coming and touring guests. BYOB, $15 for that one. That's at 9 p.m. Okay. I wish I lived closer, and I still get anxious thinking about going to the South Side or downtown by myself ever since that event occurred. But again, like I was saying, it's disappointing to me. I guess that's why I'm bringing it up so much. But I work weekends all the time, and it's rare I get off weekends. And then by the time I do, I'm either tired and I want to rest, or I have like things I have to take care of. House, dog, chores, errands. Running around in circles, trying to figure out which hobby I should stick to. I don't know. My brain is like a Hobby Lobby. Just lobbying away. They're all lobbying for space in my brain. Let's see. All my hobbies. Do the lobbies. All right. Next, we have... Let's go back to our list here. September 6th, House Team Hotspot, Arcade Comedy Theater, again. 7 to 8:30 p.m. Where else do we have? Daniel Weingarten. I did look him up on YouTube before I started this. He's going to be playing at the Sunken Bus Studios, 3312 Babcock Boulevard in Pittsburgh, of course. Daniel Weingarten is playing Friday night, 7:30 to 11:30. Let me see. Is that only one show or two shows? Sunken Bus Studios. That's an interesting. You can text BUS to 412-278-7293 to stay updated about their events. That's what it says at the top of their website. Let's see. September 7th, open house and charity fundraiser. What else do they have? September 14th, Steve Hofstetter. Allington Mitra, October 5th. Liz Mealy, sorry if I'm messing up your name, October 12th. Nate Meeker, October 18th. And I think there's one more, or a couple more here. Bo Johnson, October 19th. Ahmed Al-Qadri live on October 26th, which is my birthday. A drunken night out on November 2nd. I can't see whose name that is. But anyway, it's a comedy party, a drunken night out, November 2nd. Welcome to let me see what this is all about. A drunken night out. Comedian Ken Hamlet of Chicago hosts a lineup of comics from all over the country as they discuss their worst drunken nights out, do stand-up, and eventually end the night and perform a set. Not so sober with an additional catch. The comics will be forced to do improv on crowd-sourced topics. Nice. It's part hangout, part show, part live podcast, and totally a fantastic time. It's not a comedy show, it's a comedy party. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a fun time to me. Let's see. Yeah, their prices for tickets range from $30, $25, and $20. Huh. So that's pretty cool. That sounds like a good time. It's 3312 Babcock Boulevard. That's where that is. Yeah. I wish I could put more energy into doing these things so I could have put together shows like that. That'd be cool. Still figuring all my shit out. But for now, we're just doing regular just doing what I've been doing until I do something else. Let's see what else we have here. I thought I saw a few other events. Stephen Ho, I did not get to see. I did not get to look him up before I started. Stephen Ho is going to be on Friday, September 6th at the Pittsburgh Improv, 166 East Bridge Street in Homestead. That's in the waterfront. And the Improv is behind Dave & Buster's. I used to work at Dave & Buster's when I was younger. I worked the winner's circle, and I called the horse races and worked the foul shot shooting basketball game, and I was very good at it because I'm kind of handy with I can do basketball drills and tricks and stuff because I played basketball when I was younger, and that was always my favorite part. Spin the ball on my finger and all that. One time I was working the winner's circle, and I would keep a basketball in my hand if I wasn't real busy. And the American High School All-Star game was going to be played, and all the whole team and the coach came to Dave and Buster's, and the coach sees me, excuse me, showing off with the ball. So I can spin the ball on my finger and like switch fingers. And of course, I was younger then. I was like 21 years ago, so I was more practiced and just almost fresh out of high school when I played, and I could like spin the ball and switch all my fingers, pop it up in the air and hit it with my fist and catch it back on my finger, spin it, like crawl it from my fingertip to my knuckles. I can still do some of that. And then I could, if there was, so every once in a while I could accomplish popping it off my knee and then back onto my finger. Anyways, I was showing off and doing those tricks, and the coach calls these guys over from the team and goes, "Hey guys, look at this, look at her." And I'm this little 5'5.5" white girl surrounded by 7-foot tall athletes. and they're all looking down at me, and I'm spinning the ball on my finger, whatever. And the one guy, he goes, so, ask her to dunk. Well, shit, I can't dunk. I'm 5'5" and I'm white and I'm a girl. Like, of course I can't dunk. It's like, that's not the point. It's like, thanks a lot, dude. But the coach was impressed, and he gave me a free ticket to the game. He gives me this ticket to get into the game for free. And he says to me, come down and see me and go to the game. And work would not give me off. And instead of saying, fuck work, I got invited to go to this game for free. And he wants me to go on the court with them. I don't fucking go. Missed opportunity. So there's a regret. Yeah. So that happened / didn't happen. And let's see. Back to the list. September 2nd, today. Open mic event. Ooh. Lincoln Avenue Brewery, Lincoln Avenue, Pittsburgh. Oh, gosh. Just so, I still get this anxiousness in my chest about going. I want to go to open mics to practice, and I just I don't know. Just don't feel confident going by myself. Well, let's see. Oh, this is a music event anyway, I think. 7 to 10. Well, we'll still talk about it. Justin Sellers and Brad Root. Live music Saturday, September 2nd. That does not look like the same event that I clicked on. I don't know what's happening with these. Open mic. It says open mic event. I don't know why it's not taking me to it when I click on it. I'm having... I don't understand. My Google is like I'm clicking on that on the list of events that are happening now, and when I click on it, it takes me to like a list of older events. So I'm not having good luck with this. P-Town Bar, 4740 Bomb Boulevard, open mic event. All right, I'm gonna stop using Google. What else? I think I did find, however, I found a calendar that somebody posted on a comedy open mic page on Facebook. So today, Other Side of the Tracks at 11:30 p.m. Blue Dust. So let's see. That is from 11. It starts at 11:30 p.m. It's weekly on Sundays. September 1st, September 2nd. Pittsburgh Comics. Hosted by Derek Minto. Other Side of the Tracks. Oh, you know what? I see. That was last night, but it goes into September 2nd because it lasts till after midnight, so it's too late to go to that one, guys. Let's see, what do we have here on Tuesday? Sloppy Joe's Comedy Open Mic. 217 Shiloh Street, Pittsburgh, PA 15211. Hosted by Ian Dougherty. We have Moose Monday, which is on a Tuesday. Let's see. Midnight to 1 a.m. weekly on Mondays. Is that just an odd hour? I don't know why those hours are showing that way on this. I don't know if what I'm looking at is correct. Oh, I see what's happening. Sports Page Bar and Grill, Comedy Sauce at the Pleasure Bar. Pleasure Bar, 4729 Liberty Avenue, hosted by Aaron Kleiber. That's on Wednesday, September 4th. The Pig Pen, 1100 7th Street, New Kensington, PA. Also Wednesday, September 4th. Yeah, Scarpese. See, something's wrong with my times. Because, I don't know, I got this calendar off of one of the Facebook pages for Pittsburgh Comics, and everything's showing up between the 1:30 and 2:30 a.m. mark. And I've been to Scarpace's, and it does not start at 1:30. It starts at like 8:30 or 7:30, I think, are sign-ups or something. Yeah, so Wednesdays, Scarpace's. I know Thursdays is St. Clair Social. Those are the two open mics I've gone to. I've gone to each of them twice. There's Burning Bridges open mic on the Fridays. Brewers Very open mic Friday, Thursday night. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling through this. I thought this was going to be a little bit better when I opened it up tried to prepare before the event. Before I started this episode. I started talking and rambling in this microphone. So that, yeah. Okay. Well, there's some stuff there. I don't know if you picked up on any of that, but Arcade Comedy Theater, Scarpace, St. Clair Social, Casey's is Sunday nights, I believe. Let's see. I'm looking for... I'm a member of Pittsburgh Comedy Open Mics. There's 5,000 members. Oh, I found a Mitch Hedberg. I love Mitch Hedberg. Theo Vaughn's my favorite, but I think Mitch Hedberg is my all-time favorite. Theo Vaughn is my living favorite. I listened to Mitch today, and I found this one set that he did. And a lot of the sets you find, there's no video because it was like late 90s, early 2000s. So they were like more into making CDs and stuff then. And very, very few recordings of just them doing sets instead of, like you might see if they were on Letterman or Carson or any of the late night shows or something like that, you'll find clips of that. Or if they or any other special event or show or something was on TV. But other than that, it's really hard to find just a recording because people didn't have cameras on their phones then. They didn't have good video on their phones then. And then he passed away. But anyway, I found this one set, and I swear, like, there were a few jokes in there I knew, but I swear I never listened to the set before. I couldn't believe it. And he has this bit about a haunted hotel, and he walks into the room and he goes, I walk into the room, and I look down, and I see a sheet on the floor. This must have been a ghost that passed out. I lost it it was perfect timing. Just sitting here listening to it, and this just completely, oh man, the way he thought of things was awesome. I literally cried laughing for 2 minutes, solid 2 minutes, maybe longer. Dog just staring at me like, what's wrong with you? But that hit good. That hit a good spot. That was funny. Yeah, look up Mitch Hedberg on YouTube. He's amazing. Me and my neighbor I asked her to come over and help me. I had to build up the balls. I don't have balls, but I had to find a few balls to get the courage to go up this new, the pull down attic door. I have like probably the cheapest one you can buy. Maybe the second cheapest one you can buy. And maybe it's not the actual cheapest, and I had it installed in my garage when I had a laundry room put in my garage a couple of years ago. I had to get my laundry moved into an insulated area because it would freeze. It was on the other side of my garage, and my garage isn't insulated. None of the walls are finished. The ceiling's not finished, so it gets very hot in there in the summer and very freezing cold in there in the winter. And then I wouldn't be able to wash clothes for weeks if it was like 0-degree weather sometimes. That and my water pressure was starting to go because I had well water. So anyway, I was able to get in touch with an old friend who was able to put it together, and you get what you paid for, but he didn't do that bad of a job for only having him and not much help. So I have a laundry room now and less garage space, and I have like a little bit of like blocked in storage, like a little hallway of storage. And then they had to drill into my brand new floor to put the city water in twice. And they didn't have to drill into the floor twice, but they had to drill into the floor once, but they had to dig up my yard twice because they didn't do a certain part and they had to whatever. Anyway, when they built the laundry room, he put a little crawl space, enclosed a little crawl space so that I had room to put stuff up there for storage because I don't have a basement. I don't have a second floor. So the only storage I have is this little shed out back that I put my riding mower in and my garage. So I was scared to go up there because there's no banister on the one side, and I was just always afraid I was going to fall. So my neighbor came over, and she stood at the bottom, like, just for moral support. And in case something happened, like, I wouldn't just be laying there with a broken neck and nobody find me for a few days or something, and my dog starts eating my face or something like that. So I opted for my neighbor standing there instead of getting my face eaten by my dog. I was able to get up there, so overcame some fears and faced a monster. And I had to get like some costume stuff down. So I did that. Why did I start telling you this? I don't even know anymore. That's ADHD, kids. And that is not on drugs. Let's see. So we've gone over some comedians that are going to be in the area. There is 7 minutes ago, there was a post in Pittsburgh, open mic night, Mondays and Thursdays, 9 p.m., 41 Sterling Street, 15203 Southside Slopes at Garvey's. We can still be... Yeah, see, I'm so scared to go to the South Side by myself. I'm just so terrified to go down there. Let's see, what else do we have? 49 minutes ago, Arcade Comedy Theater, Stand-Up Laboratory, where new jokes come alive. Free BYOB. And that is... Showtime is 9 o'clock. Sign-ups are now open to be considered for Friday night's lab. So they have a lab on Friday nights, and then you go on the website and you sign up for a spot. So that's what we have so far. What else? We haven't looked at 1440 news in a while, huh? I say a while like I've done so many episodes. But, let's see. If I could get to my email. Let's see what today's news is. I don't know, maybe they didn't do news on Labor Day. I have, today's the 2nd. The most recent 1440 I have is August 30th. Typhoon strikes Kyushu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Tropical storm Shanshin made landfall on Japan's southwestern island of Kyushu as a typhoon yesterday, with maximum sustained winds hitting roughly 156 miles per hour at landfall, putting millions of people under evacuation orders. Shanshin, which at landfall was the equivalent of a Category 4 hurricane, is believed to be the strongest to ever hit the region and has resulted in at least 5 deaths. That sucks. That's the prime example of Mother Nature being a bitch, I guess. The storm brought record rainfall, some areas recording over 2 feet in 24 hours, power outages, transportation disruptions, and the threat of landslides and floods. The storm is likely to track northeast this morning before moving east over Honshu later today. That's 2 days ago. Let's see. 2024 college football season gets into full swing this weekend, kicking off a year that will see more changes than almost any in the sport's 155-year history. Most notably, the postseason will shift to a 12-team playoff, with the 4 highest-ranked conference winners earning byes and 4 teams hosting on-campus playoff games for the first time. The format replaces the 14 playoff used since 2014. Separately, conference realignment means traditional West Coast powers UCLA, USC, Washington, and Oregon will play in the Big Ten, while Texas and Oklahoma will join the SEC. Fresh faces will be featured at a few top-tier programs. Nick Saban, retired from Alabama after 17 years and 6 titles with the Tide. Up north, Jim Harbaugh left defending champion Michigan after winning the team's first title since 1997. The slate features a number of marquee matchups, beginning with number 1 Georgia facing number 14 Clemson, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. I'm gonna have a station. I'm gonna call it DEF. And if you're DEF, then you can't watch or listen. You can watch it, but you can't listen to it. Anyway, that was stupid. So, newspaper convictions next. I don't follow college football, but for anybody who happens to listen to this, there you go. You're welcome. Newspaper convictions. What's this? Former Hong Kong editors of a pro-democracy news outlet were found guilty of sedition yesterday. The conviction is the first application of the British colonial-era law since the territory's 1997 handover to mainland China. I don't know if I'm going to say it right, Chung Pui Pui-Queen, P-U-I-Quuen, and Patrick Lamb were editors-in-chief of Stand News, an online media outlet whose popularity skyrocketed amid the 2019 pre-democracy protests. Prosecutors said 17 articles during and after this protest period smeared law enforcement. A judge found 11 carried seditious content in particular. Stand News shut down following a December 2021 police raid on its offices, part of a wave of news media closures in Hong Kong amid a crackdown on dissent. What's sedition? Let's see what that means. My vocabulary is okay. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. Oh, so they were speaking their minds. I see. Where are we at here? What else? This one's titled Turning Trash into Treasure. Around 15 million tons of asphalt shingles are dumped in North America annually. Well, whose ass fault is that? Whose ass is at fault? Sky Quarry has Sky Quarry has developed a groundbreaking way to convert this potentially toxic waste into valuable resources, including sustainable diesel and aviation fuels. They have a refinery that generated $50 million in revenue in 2023. Not only did that unlock 211% growth year over year, but it will also help them vertically integrate into the energy industry. In 2025, they plan to open a flagship extraction facility that can produce as many as 2,000 barrels of oil per day. They've even secured SKYQ as their stock ticker for their intended NASDAQ listing. For a limited time, the company is accepting private shareholders. Their previous funding round was oversubscribed at $18 million, placing it in the top 1% of crowdfunding. See how you can invest in Sky Quarry before this round closes on September 18th. Well, that looks interesting. It sounds like it would be a promising investment. And I will look into that. I don't know a ton about this. I would like to invest in just something. But let's see. Sports, entertainment, and culture. The 2024 Paris Paralympics competitions kick off, including cycling, swimming, table tennis, and taekwondo. The Cure to release 2 new songs. Oh, wow. On eco vinyl made from sustainable material, the first new music from the iconic English rock band in 16 years. We need a Cure, all right. Hopefully they can bring us a good one. Anyway, Steph Curry signs 1 year, $62.6 million extension on the Golden State Warriors, on track to make him the third NBA player to pass the $500 million in career earnings. I think my dog is barking for me to bring her in. Don't miss Public Rec's annual sale. Let's see. Science and technology. Brain study finds the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for decision-making and other executive functions, is also the first to show age-related deterioration. Well, yeah, right? I don't know. We're going to pause for just a moment. And we're back. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I want to talk about a couple local businesses. So we have Fire Whistle Brewing in Elizabeth, PA. Check them out. It's a great place. It's like Cheers. It's just got that feeling. There's a beer garden out back. They're going to be putting turf down soon. And really great, local place to go and check out. Their 139 is a really good red beer. It's very popular, and you'll have a good time there. They have live music, pretty much weekly, and different events during the week. They have the bar trivia on Wednesdays. It's music trivia, I think it is, once a month. And then they have karaoke on Tuesdays. And I'm trying to think what else they do. Live music events on Friday and Saturday nights a lot of the time. So Fire Whistle Brewing, they're also on Facebook. And Poopsies is a service that will come and scoop the poop out of your yard for you. If you want to get in touch with Poopsies, they have a Facebook page, and you just call her up. It's one person. It's like a one-man operation right now. But she does very well, and let's see if we can find it for you here. I have my yard scooped every other week. Sometimes weekly, it just depends. Year-round dog waste removal service to many parts of Allegheny County. I think she does some parts of Westmoreland County too, but mostly Allegheny County. Okay, so I guess my friend who owns Poopsies is getting some shit, no pun intended, maybe a little, about the name of her business being called Poopsies. Yeah, she posted on June 23rd, 2020. Oh, this is from 2022. This is from 2 years ago. And she was getting kicked off of groups on Facebook and stuff. Because of the name of her company. She has very valid reasons, extremely valid reasons of why um, she should be able to post where anyone else might advertise. Anyway, okay. So, anyway, let's see. I'm trying to look for contact information for you guys here. Poopsies. Poopsies. Let me see what it is. Poopsie Scoopers. Yeah, Poopsie Scoopers. I guess she had to. Yeah, Poopsie Scooper. Poopsie Scoopers. www.poopsie not K, I'm sorry. Let's start over. www.poopsiescoopers.com. If you want to give her a call, it's 412-482-4600 and get your poop scooped today. And I just got a message from my friend Jacob. He sent me I gave his wife a Halloween jack-o'-lantern pumpkin gift last year. They sent me a picture of it in their new house. That was nice. Anyway, okay. Kill Tony should be on tonight. Looking forward to that. That's the one show that I make sure that I watch the night it comes out. Sometimes I'm late getting to it, so I end up having to not watch it in exact real time, but I'm just a half hour behind sometimes, or hour behind. So I'll probably watch that tonight. I have gone through we've gone over some 1440 news, politics, and world affairs. We didn't go through that one yet. Vice President Kamala Harris, sit down for CNN, takeaway staffer. So it says, Vice President Kamala Harris, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz sit down for the first joint interview on CNN. And then there's a link to takeaways. You have to sign up for the 1440 News to see all the deets on anything that I've mentioned through 1440 News, because that would just take forever and I wouldn't be able to have a life if I read everything to you. Yeah, learn to read and read those. I'm not going to give you everything. Justice Department watchdog finds FBI mishandled child sexual abuse cases, including failing to comply with mandatory reporting requirements in roughly half of the cases examined. That's great. Well, what else can they do wrong? Is everything not wrong? Everything is wrong. I feel like everything is wrong. My head hurts. I still have a headache. I'm going to whine and complain. I already had my cheese today. Let me see. Oh, yes. The last thing I will touch base on, we've talked about some local shows, we've gone over some local businesses. There's a new barbecue place down the street called Smokin' Ghosts. They really did a nice job, like, fixing up the place. So go check them out, and I'll let you form your own opinion of their food. That's in Elizabeth, PA as well, on 48, Route 48. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So the last time I did this short episode, I was... Oh my God, have I been talking for this long already? That is insane. I cannot believe it. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just looking some stuff up here. Okay. I apologize for the dead air. Everybody with podcasts, they're like, get worried about dead air and all this other stuff. And it's like, well, you know what? I just got me, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. So it's me doing everything. And I have ADHD. D is for doing everything at the same time. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So last time that I did a short episode, I vented about the manager taking a delivery from me, and I didn't understand why that decision was made, because there was somebody who I thought was not able to work anymore, but then they made me think they were going to work, but I really think it was just the person at the beer store purposely telling him that I was going in an opposite direction, knowing that she was going to screw me over on a beer delivery. So I think when it boils down to what happened with communication right there, I don't know. Me and this girl don't seem to click very well. It's hard for me to get along with loud, smart-mouthed, entitled people. So, because I naturally just want everybody to just get along and be as fair as possible, and that's just not how the world works, but that's my MO, and it's really hard to stick with that when a lot of people around you aren't that way. So, anyway, I confronted that person, the kitchen manager that made the decision to take that delivery themselves. And it took a lot for me to... He was giving me shit about a dish that I left in the sink. I said, well, I knew I was going to open and everything else was done already. Because me and the closing cook, we end up saucing some cups and using up the rest of the sauce in this bucket at the very last minute at the end of the night. And I put soapy water in it and everything, and knew that I could just wash it the next day because everything else was done. And that's what I told him. He's like, why do you leave this in they speak a different language. Why do you leave this? I said, because I knew I was going to work the next day and everything else was done already. So I didn't want to refill everything and whatever, just for a bucket and a spoon. And, I don't know. I've gone in there and opened to fryer baskets still being on the ground and stuff at times. So I don't know why the heck he gave me shit for that. Well, and I said, well, I have a question for you. And then so I ask, and then he starts yelling at me and saying, and it was like I was, he takes it as I'm trying to be greedy about taking more deliveries. And it's like, this is not the point that I'm trying to make. First of all, yeah, it's my job to deliver what we deliver. Food, beer, whatever. So if it's my job to deliver, then I should be the one that is made to do that job, especially when there's nobody else there. And I was trying to make that point, and I was trying to make so at first he's yelling at me. I'm like, I knew you were going to yell. And then, we had it out a little bit, and then it calmed down, and I finished up what I was doing, went up to him, and I said, look, I respect you, but, I don't respond well to being yelled at. And he made some comment that earlier that day about me calling off because I didn't feel good. And I bust my ass there. And I'm like making my points. I was making my points. I was able to articulate myself just well enough for him to understand that, one, please respect me and don't yell at me. I'm not like a 12-year-old. I said, and he kept saying, I don't care about $5. I hate to. I said, it's not about that. It's about this is how I make a living. It's not, and that's my job. And he's worried about getting out early and things needing done. I said, well, don't you worry. I do the dishes really fast, and they would get done. I would have been 5 or 6, 7 more minutes than what I was, and it wouldn't have taken me that long. It's right behind the shop. And he mentioned, like earlier that day, he got smart with me about, if you don't feel good, call off. And I said, and I'm going through two things. I said, I'm going through things that I don't choose to go through, that I have to go through because I'm a middle-aged woman. And that I can't just call off unless I really, really have to. Because if I call off one day, it affects me. If I call off just one day, it affects me. So if I'm ever going to take a hit of not working, I'm going to have like a really banging migraine or really, truly not be able to drive or not feel good. And I explained all this and he finally was listening. And as soon as I got all the things, and I said probably a couple other things, but as soon as I got these things off my chest and said these things and said that I want respect and that I respected them and that I don't want a problem and that I don't respond well to being yelled at and that it's not about him being greedy. It's about, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I need to do my job because I need my job. I need it. And then he complained about he was wanted to. I said, yeah, but it's part of your job to wait. It's part of his job till everything's done. You can do extra things in the shop, but he really shouldn't be leaving. Maybe a food delivery so that food doesn't get cold. I said, but the beer's not going to get cold. And that's part of what his job is having to do. He shouldn't be taking that away from me if he's just being impatient and not wanting to leave early. So I think that's wrong. So anyway, as soon as we had this conversation, it was a little hard for me to be brave enough. But I've been working on this kind of stuff, sticking up for myself, and in a way where I can just articulate and not just get upset or angry or not say anything at all and walk away or whatever. So I was able to handle this, and immediately after I handled it, we immediately started working better together. I could tell immediately. And after an hour or two went by, I said, thank you for listening to me. And he said, I'm sorry, I yelled at you. And I'll take it. Because that's a step forward in my book. So that happened. So that was a good interaction. That was, and I felt so like, because it's so hard for me to find my way to articulate myself effectively, and with, while like, because I really don't like confrontation. It had me even like, even though it was a positive, like I got myself through it. It was like I was all worked up. There was adrenaline, I guess, going through my body a little bit, and I couldn't, like, I felt it in my chest and stuff. So that happened. So that was good. And yeah. So, and then I took I was mentioning earlier that my neighbor was over here helping me get stuff out of the attic. Anyway, we hung out at my house for a little bit, and she watched me like try on some of my costumes and all that. And then I was like, let's go try out this. There's another restaurant that opened up semi-recently. It's called Primo's Taco and Tequila on Lebanon Church Road. And if you haven't been there yet, it's where the Skyview used to be. I'm pretty sure it used to be called Skyview. It's good and affordable. I wouldn't say it's the best thing I ever had, but then again, I ordered something different than I normally get. I got a fajita quesadilla, and I usually just get fajitas. But we had that, and then I had, was that it? Yeah, they have 2 different kinds of rice. But it was affordable. Both of us got a meal, and I got a strawberry daiquiri, a virgin strawberry daiquiri, and she got Dr. Pepper. So we each got a drink, we each got a meal, and it was under $35. Under $35 for 2 people to eat. And it is 2024, kids. It is 2024. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Like, with the tip, it was under $50. And usually, I mean, I think that's how much it costs for one person to eat at a restaurant like that, similar restaurant to that type of dining. It was like, middle of the road, nothing too fancy, but it was nice inside. They redid it really nice inside. And they have a full bar. And go check out Taco and Tequila. Primo's Taco and Tequila. If you're looking to go out, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, but you don't want to also go to the dollar menu at McDonald's. I wouldn't recommend going to McDonald's anyway, but either way, yeah, it was definitely worth it. So there's that, and we were trying to think if there's something else. I was listening to, I was watching a bunch of short videos on YouTube earlier, and I got caught up in that a few times today. And I watched this short of Jordan Peterson, and he said when he was younger, at one point he asked his parents if they could take a pill that would give them their health at 18, but they could retain all the knowledge that they have. They can keep all of the knowledge they gained, but they would have the health of being 18 again. He says that they hesitated. He didn't get an immediate yes, and that they hesitated before answering. And he says that, I forget who was, I don't know if it was Socrates. I forget which philosopher he referenced, but if you lived a fulfilled life, his point was, I don't remember the exact words, but his point was, if you live a fulfilled life, then you won't really want to go back and do it again. Me personally, if I could take what I know now and the experience I've gained, the knowledge I've gained, the growth I've put myself through. Excuse me. I would definitely say yes to that pill because I have so many ambitions and that I now have a slightly more, not completely, but a slightly more solid idea of what to do, that I would love to take the pill of having the energy of being 18 again and not going down the path of just like I would go out every weekend and stuff. I wasted so much time with being around the wrong type of people and being around and like wasting time just going out. And I could have saved that money. I could have gone on vacations. I could have traveled and stuff while I was still young and healthy and whatever. And I could have potentially found like, a healthy relationship and had a family and a career and doing things I love doing, as opposed to me trying to play all this catch up now and work because I have bills to pay and a mortgage and all that. And I'm just like trying to fit these things in to satisfy myself and to just keep trying somehow. It's like, to me, I feel like I have to push myself in all these directions because I have to feel like I'm trying somehow to do the things I love doing. And sometimes I just want to quit it all and relax, but then I know I'll just get lazy and sit around way more than I do now. Because I waste time now, but it's because I'm tired and burnt out and I need a rest or whatever. So, yes, I would take that pill in a heartbeat. So if anybody out there has the 18 again pill, I'll take it. If I could afford stem cells, I would totally go to Well to Ways or Ways to Well down in Texas. I would go to that and definitely like get some help getting like some help, like, some energy back or some, fix a few aches and pains and things like that, and my arthritis and my hips and tinnitus, and I don't know if they can do anything for tinnitus or not, but that recently happened. I just recently had this kid was at work, he was just playing around. He wasn't being malicious, but he didn't realize he blew up one of those gloves, one of those, food safe latex gloves, and he put it right by my head and popped it in my ear, and my ear immediately like popped like a sharp pain, and ever since my tinnitus has leveled up. And it's so hard especially when it's somebody that didn't mean to hurt you and that you like them as a person, that like a coworker and a little bit of a friend, and they just didn't realize the damage that can cause. And it is so hard, to let it go that they did that to you, because it's very, very heartbreaking for me it would be for anyone to lose hearing, but I just music and hearing people's comedy and music and being able to like play a guitar a little bit. I can't play a lot, but a little bit just is so important. I can't believe I talked this long. I would probably be able to go on for hours and hours and hours if I let myself, but I'm going to stop for today. It's way longer than I expected to be on here, and I'm going to go try to get a few more things done before the day is over. So I hope that everybody has an awesome Labor Day and an awesome September. It's September 2nd, 2024. It's exactly 2 p.m. right now. And go look up some Mitch Hedberg and get some laughs in. I wish I could... let me see if I can find it. It's called Mitch Hedberg, Do You Believe in Gosh Complete? I don't know what that means. Maybe I missed that joke, but that's what's on. It's like just a still shot of him in his black leather jacket with his head down and the red curtain behind him. The person that posted, the YouTuber that posted is Kibitz Rajas, Kibitz, capital Rajas, and I think it's a great listen. Okay, well, that's it for today. Happy Monday, happy Labor Day. Drink some water, do some push-ups, maybe a plank. I will go do a plank right after I'm done here. And thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. And don't give up on me. Don't give up on yourself. Okay, love you. Bye.
Gonna give my car, driving over the 10, no stopping, no nothing, all the way to the end. Gonna follow the sun, that's where I wanna be. Way ahead, schedule, there no one but me. Sun's off on 10, monsoons are wet, but that sure ain't enough to make me wanna leave yet. That's an orange desert, all we're calling my name. Like the lonesome whistle of an old steam train. Yeah, Tucson, Arizona, where the skies are so blue. Them Phillies people always know your name. Hope they both told me there's one season all year long. Be the perfect climate to finish up this song. Car driving over the 10, no stopping, no nothing, all the way to the end. Run for the sun, that's where I wanna be. Big head schedule and no one but me. Santa Cruz River used to be big and mean. Now it's mostly dry, to nowhere to be seen. Wanna have some fun, you know that's the goal. And if I get bored, I skip on down to Mexico. Head to Tucson, Arizona, where the skies are so blue. And Phillies people always know your name. Hope that both told me there's one season all year long. Be the perfect climate to finish up this song. So many signs on my list, 'cause I'm never coming back to you. Head to Tucson, Arizona, where the skies are so blue. And Phillies people always know your name. Hope that both told me there's one season all year long. Be the perfect climate to finish up this song. Gonna head to Tucson, Arizona, where the skies are so blue. And Phillies people always know your name. Hope they both told me there's one season all year long. Be the perfect climate to finish up this song. Be the perfect climate to finish up this song. Be the perfect climate to finish up this song.